chase the sunrise, right until we meet the veil of night. Alright. Moto Photo Adventures is on the road.
Hey everybody, Jason, Moto Photo Adventures. We're at Overland South here in Charleston, and I figure I'd take this little opportunity to give you a pros and cons walk around on one of our new acquirings, the WildTop soft top. Now, this product is from Australia, and it's one of the only ones in the world that I know of, and I think that they said, that has the rack on the top, on the outside of the soft top. Now, come on over here and let's take a look at what we've got going on. If you notice, there's a rail going here, one at the front and one at the back. They call these the east-west rails because they go across. They also have a set of north-south rails that can go long ways on your vehicle, and we'll come back to that. But firstly, let's just talk about what this is. If you come over here and look inside, you'll see, and if you saw our install video, you will see that it is a rack system on the inside. The skeleton is on the inside, and it has waterproof canvas all the way around. I chose the kind that has the front window roll up and the back window roll up. Come on out. And they have these really nice zippers on the sides. And if you notice, look at that. That is, even with all the dust that we've got going on here at Overland South down the road, I can still unzip these with one hand. Now granted, it's new. We can give an update when it's time for doing the how long does it last segment. But if you notice, it does one-handed. So that's really nice. Has the overlap so you don't get any water in there. And they have these little flaps on the side that also keep the water and the wind from getting in as you're going down the road this way, right? So let's go ahead and roll these up and show you what they call safari mode. And I will tell you a few things that I like and I dislike, or could be improved anyway, this product. Now, check this out. This goes like this. It's very nice. Let me get my awning straps out of the way. But right here, if you'll notice, there's a strap, and it just flips up to the top and magnets right to itself. There's two on each, one on each side. So we're gonna do that one. Now come around with me to the back. We'll roll this one up. I'm gonna do all three of them just to get the effect, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get the whole effect. So here's the next one. Now I'm going to show you one thing that is a slight con that I think that could be improved. That. It's when I go to, it has a snap, right? A snap on the inside, and it snaps to the frame. And to tuck it up out of the way, it will magnet to itself. However, the magnets are stronger than the buttons. So when you go to pull this thing off, sometimes the whole strap will come off rather than just it unbuckling from itself. It ends up doing that. So if you could, maybe a little stronger button. Not a big deal. Just see, there it goes. Just letting you know that that is kind of annoying. Now, another thing that I like and I think could be improved, or at least maybe another option, is the way it affixes to the truck. You have to drill holes. These 4 brackets, one on each corner, and you have to drill holes directly into the truck here. I've seen some other products that had clamp systems where you could physically just has a knob and you would clamp it down instead of this. So if you wanted to take the soft top off with those products, you would just untwist the knob and remove it rather than having to drill holes in here. Let's see, what was next? Oh, yes. Follow me around here to the front. Again, this is me being nitpicky about the things that I notice. Right here at this corner, you'll see everything fits really tightly and nicely and doesn't let any of the water in. However, if you'll notice, I think that little form right there could have been done a little bit better, simply because it follows the line of the skeleton, but then when it hits the truck, it could be just a little bit better, a little bit neater. Now granted, there's no, it's not letting water in. It works exactly like it's supposed to, but I just think that that line could have been just a little bit neater. Let's see, what else? Oh, I know one. Let me give you a suggestion rather than a con, okay? A product suggestion. Check this out. Now, we're using it on a truck, and if you notice inside, there's a sleeping bag, and that's where my buddy Chris sleeps while I sleep on top in the tent, right? Well, for him to sleep in there, we have to close this and put this down, right? So to get out, he has to let the tailgate down, and then he has to unzip it, and then he has to get out, and then when he gets back in, he has to pull this back up. Well, I think it would be a better system if this could stay down and give us a little bit more length in the short bed, because your feet hang off the end if you sit straight. So he sleeps on a diagonal, and I would too at 6 feet tall. I would have to sleep on a diagonal. So I think what would be a neat suggestion is an extension for this. There's already these rods that go through. So we could perhaps get the same kind of material. See that little rod that goes through there like that? We could probably get the same kind of material and have an additional piece that somehow braces like this, or even down like this, with another piece that comes here and covers the entire tailgate and the sides, so that we could leave it down at sort of like a tailgate tent. It's a suggestion. Another suggestion, and this is one that I ran into personally. When I installed the tent on the east-west rails, they barely made it in length, the distance between the front rail and the back rail. So right here, if you'll notice, there is about 1/4 of an inch or 1/2 an inch that it's not sitting on. And it's the same way with the front. It just barely made it. So I had to come up with a way to hook this up in there. So I contacted WildTop about my predicament with the short rails for the tent, right? And I told them that it barely made the distance between the back rail and the front rail on the east-west configuration. And they said, well, maybe the north-south will help you. So they sent me a set of north-souths, and I got to looking at them and analyzing what would happen if I put them up, but they had no cross rails, you know, the east-west part. And so I would have to turn the rails of the tent sideways. Don't want to do that. So my suggestion would be, and it would not be hard to implement, is if you send north-south rails, include a shortened version of the east-west rails to go with it, so that you have crossy bars somewhere in the middle and some brackets to affix it. That's all I'm saying. If you did that, I think that we could expand your product line and give some people some more options, because this is not industry standard with WildTop. It is a one-off, or not one-off, it's a one type of system. It is a unique system, and it does not run the default style of any rooftop accoutrement that you would have. And so you might have to make a few changes to get to where anybody could put anything up there with just a little bit of effort. Let's see, what else? I had the same kind of issue with attaching an awning. I had to fabricate my own MacGyver version of a bracket to get it up there. Now, this being said, I'm not sure if this is the norm, right? Am I having to make these brackets? Did everybody else have to make these brackets? Is this something that's unusual, or is this me just complaining about nothing? All I'm saying is we could have a few solutions that were given to us rather than us having to come up with them ourselves. Other than that, this thing's glorious. We just rolled a whole bunch of dusty roads, and all of the dust stayed on the outside. Not much got on the inside that I can tell. And so I'm pretty happy. Thank you, WildTop from Australia. This retails at $15.99 with free shipping. I got it in about 10 days, which was awesome. To be full disclosure, they sent it to us for free so that we would do these reviews and tell you about them, because they are relatively new. They did win a new product award in 2023, so they've only been around a short while, and I'm sure that they will look forward to some of my unasked for suggestions. But other than that, there we go. I do like safari mode for sure. And I'm assuming that Chris likes sleeping in there. So if you want a soft topper and you need something unique and you need something that has the rack on the outside rather than having to purchase a separate rack for anything else that you would like to add to it, WildTop. Thanks for watching. I'm Jason, Moto Photo Adventures. Hit the like and subscribe button and check it out.